How could you have an iPhone 8 and an iPhone 10 but no iPhone 9? What is up guys, my name is Chase and today I'm going to be sharing some of my biggest pet peeves as an Apple fan. So I've been an Apple user for pretty much as long as I can remember. It was the iPod Nano that really got me into the whole world of tech when I would have been like 5 or 6 years old or something. Nowadays, you know, like all these years later, my life relies on Apple products like, you know, my iPhone, my iMac, and my iPad. So let's talk about some of my biggest Apple pet peeves. Number 1 is product names. The way that Apple names their products has gotten out of hand over the years. The first time I was very much against the name of an Apple product was when the 12-inch MacBook was announced. The way that Apple introduced the 12-inch MacBook was that it was going to be the thinnest and lightest MacBook ever made.
I can't even feel it.
But at the same time, the MacBook Air was still being sold. And I had to think to myself, like, how can you have anything lighter than Air?
Here it is, the 11-inch MacBook Air. The new MacBook is 24% thinner.
Luckily nowadays, the MacBook line is very streamlined. You have the MacBook Airs for the more casual users and the MacBook Pro for the more professional users. Easy as that. But of course, the iPhone has been subjected to the most confusing timeline ever. And it all started in 2016 when Apple released the iPhone 7. Us Apple fans were excited for the next iPhone because it would be the 10th anniversary iPhone. But what we got in 2017 was the iPhone 8 and the iPhone 10. There were so many questions. For one thing, what happened to the iPhone 7s? Apple has been doing the S series of iPhones every other year for so long, so it just made sense that the next iPhone would be the 7s, right? But not only that, like, what happened to the iPhone 9? How could you have an iPhone 8 and an iPhone 10 but no iPhone 9? But I do think Apple did the best thing that they could do, which is just to not mention it. Just leave that all in the past and go forward. So Apple doesn't have the best history with product names. Number 2 is price. Obviously, when you're talking about Apple, you have to mention price. I will say that I think they're getting a bit better with their prices nowadays. Not only did they recently release the budget-friendly iPhone SE 2, which is a very solid $400 iPhone, but also a lot of other tech companies have been kind of following the Apple model of steep prices. If you look at the most recent Samsung phones, you can be paying up to $1,400, which is about the same price as the iPhones are. With that being said, Apple still does the insane pricing model of $1,000 for a 64GB phone. And of course, when you're talking about Apple's prices, you have to mention the Mac. People often complain about the Mac Pro and its $400 wheels, but for me, the craziest thing that Apple does is charge such insane prices for RAM upgrades. If you take a look at the 13-inch MacBook Pro, you're paying an extra $200 for 8GB of RAM. And not only that, Apple doesn't even let you upgrade your RAM on the 13-inch MacBook Pro unless you want to void your warranty. So not only are you paying an extra $200 for RAM, but you're also stuck with that RAM forever. So Apple's prices are notoriously insane, and it's something that I wish they could be a bit better about. But in the end, I believe that when it comes to Apple, the pros outweigh the cons, at least in my eyes. Regardless of the price or the confusing names, I do think that you get a very unique and user-friendly experience on Apple products. In any case, let me know in the comments some of your guys' pet peeves with Apple, Microsoft, Samsung, or, you know, whatever your favorite tech companies are. If you want to see more of my Apple related videos, make sure you check out any of the videos below. If you like this video, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and ring that notification bell. For now, my name is Chase, and I will see you guys again soon. Bye.